Hello everybody, the Warm back again with the Somnium Files, and we are continuing our, I don't know, is this the Iris route? A lot of weird stuff happening around Iris this time around. We saw Iris die in not die, but be dead in Mizuki's Somnium in a very strange way, and that was weird. And then we thought we saw Iris die, or excuse me, again, not die, but be dead in the Okiura fishery, which is interesting since that is the place where she does die in the other routes. And then apparently she wasn't actually dead there. She was just hanging out at home. But we did see Iris apparently get stabbed in Sosagima's Somnium, so not entirely sure what's going on. Date seems to have come to the conclusion that perhaps he was able to change reality with his actions within the Somnium. I don't really think that's the case. I'm not sure what could be happening, but I think I'm taking a middle road here. Date thinks he did something completely supernatural, extraordinary, which is change reality from within a Somnium. And then I'm guessing that most people are going to be like, no, you just imagined it, you didn't really see it, nothing really happened. I'm going to take the line that, well, something did actually happen. It's just not what we're thinking, or it's because Iris and So are too suspicious. They're too suspicious, man. You can't convince me that there's not some shifty business going on. In any case, if we're thinking that nothing crazy did happen, then we've gone a real long time compared to the other routes without someone getting killed. We still haven't seen Renju yet, which is kind of worrying me. I feel like he might still end up dead at some point. It's just we haven't seen him since he escaped the hospital. So we'll probably have to ask about that. So let's get back into it. Whips. Boss, do you switch out what's in these bags? That's impressive.
You know, the kanji for chair comes out to strange mushroom.
Huh.
Makes me think of a man's strange mushroom, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Seriously, is that the only thing you can think about right now?
Hey, Date, who's cuter, the Matryoshka or Aiba?
The first one.
I will carve out your insides and turn you into a Matryoshka.
Careful, Date. You are in a dangerous relationship here.
If only I could control you with a remote. Make you do this, make you do that.
If only money rained down from the sky.
I can't believe it's not a raccoon.
What?
There's something about a man who likes his coffee black. Black coffee puts hair on your chest.
Does it now?
And somewhere lower.
I understand. You are referring to Date's leg hair.
Of course.
It is quite prominent.
Under no circumstances are you allowed to look under this rug. Do you understand?
What have you got under there?
It's all her murder videos.
Merry Christmas.
It's November.
Yeah, close enough. Well, certainly for some people it's close enough.
Grandpa. Answer me, Grandpa. Consider it a good luck charm, so you don't drown when you sink. I sleep with a different one every night. They're so fluffy.
Oh, body pillow.
We should go skiing.
That was out of nowhere.
Is that a no?
Of course it is. We're in the middle of an investigation.
What? You don't want to go night skiing on my bunny hills?
I will not allow such scandalous behavior.
I was just kidding. What are you, jealous?
Yes, she is.
Did you ever used to play with these rulers like a gun when you were in elementary school?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't have any memories from back then, remember?
So the darts board has all these holes, and the tip of the dart goes in, right?
Uh-huh.
It's kind of sexual, don't you think?
Okay.
I do not understand. What is sexual about it?
You don't want to know.
Happy birthday to you. That song used to be copyrighted, you know? But now it's public domain and I can sing it to my heart's content. Don't you love it? Where should I put old Jack here?
I thought his name was Bill.
Okay.
It is absurd. Not possible. Dreams are figments of the imagination.
True, but what if they can now, for some reason?
An incident which took place entirely in your mind cannot have any bearing on the real world. That is preposterous.
Oh, I don't know about that, Iva. Well, maybe not literally, but you know.
Consider it. If you were to find money in your dream, does your bank account balance go up in reality?
No. Or maybe you get inspired and take actions to increase the balance, and then it happens, and thus dream made reality, huh? You ever think about that?
If you were to be attacked by aliens in your dream, does a swarm of UFOs invade Earth?
Yes, all the time, actually.
But at the warehouse,
You must have been hallucinating. Within Mizuki's Somnium, you saw Iris's frozen corpse.
Yeah, but it was a very specific hallucination.
It is affecting your mental state. Last night, you were so fazed by it that you couldn't speak. If it bothers you to this degree, why not go talk to Iris?
It's a good question, actually. We probably should have. Where is Renju?
Mizuki went to Bloom Park 3 nights ago. She was prompted by a Nile message from Renju.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away.
There are 3 possibilities. 1. Renju killed Shoko, or was an accessory to the murder. 2. Renju was threatened or blackmailed into luring Mizuki to the scene. 3. The culprit used Renju's phone to send the Nile message. In any case, the motive is still unknown. We need to talk to Renju.
Renju, where did you go?
Where is Renju?
You asked Mama at Marble for information regarding Renju Okiura, correct? It is possible she may have something for you by now.
I asked Moma for information too, but I had to promise him a meeting with Iris. Moma can wait for now.
We can talk to Iris's mom as well. She was Renju's classmate, right? Iba told me about her.
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. I would suggest searching the warehouse again. You may be able to discover why Iris was resurrected. Her cell phone is on. I can trace her via GPS. She is currently somewhere in the Lemniscape building.
Well, good to know.
Date and Iba saved Iris and Somnium, and that changed the history of the real world? Well, I guess it's not possible.
That isn't what you said yesterday.
That was then, this is now. A woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon, you know?
Wow, fascinating.
No, it doesn't.
Anyway, I believe in Date. I trust him more than anyone else in Abyss.
Why is that exactly?
Stranger things have been known to happen. 2 days ago, Date found Iris's frozen corpse in Mizuki's Somnium. It must have been a prophecy.
Boss.
There's a lot of stuff in this world that can't be explained by science.
Boss's knack for change is one of her good qualities. Not having beliefs is what she believes in. That's how she established herself as a major player in the police department. Because she believed what she wanted to. Hey, at least she's honest about it.
Congressman Sejima is suspicious in more ways than one. Exhibit A. 3 days ago, So called Shoko Nadami's phone. We still don't know exactly why. He only told us it was meant to be private. Exhibit B. So Sejima was at Okiura Fishery Warehouse last night, but he didn't inform us of this. There must be something he doesn't want us knowing. Exhibit C. So was in Iris's Somnium. Dreams are constructed from memories, yet the good congressman denies he ever knew Iris. I sent him home yesterday.
You released him?
What was I supposed to do? We can't hold him without solid proof. What we saw with Iris hasn't happened yet.
In any case, we have to speak with him again.
I bet he'll be really excited to see us again.
There are 4 people I should talk to. So Sejima, Iris and Hitomi Sagan, and Mama. And I need to check the warehouse one more time.
We have many avenues of investigation.
Let's get moving.
Let's get moving. Autobots, roll out. Let's check warehouse first. If I'd been in my left eye socket, I walked into the cold storage warehouse. I could see my breath. I looked around, shivering. Nothing seemed changed from last night, though.
There are numerous cardboard boxes on the shelves. There is nothing abnormal about them. Hi, I'm Jemimon.
Iba, the jokes, you've got to stop.
Was that meant to be Digimon? I don't know. I don't know enough to say for certain.
It's a wooden box. There is nothing inside. There are only a few items on the shelf. It is likely that this warehouse isn't in regular use. The crane on the ceiling. Nothing has changed. A forklift. It doesn't seem like it's in use. It was likely just left here.
Yep. Tire's clearly frozen. This one isn't, though.
A forklift. Nothing seems out of the ordinary.
But I guess nothing.
That machine is used to cut ice. Do they store ice here? A switchboard. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You first arrived here yesterday at 9 p.m. At that time, lying on this workbench was...
Iris's dead body, covered with a white cloth.
But the second time,
The corpse was gone.
it was 11:25 p.m. But the body could not have simply vanished. Crime scene investigation was here before 11:25 p.m.
When did they arrive?
According to the report, 10:30 p.m. After we finished sinking with So.
It took them an hour and a half to get here?
Correct.
Why did it take them so long?
Unknown. The report does not specify.
You know, I had this thought back in the early back in. Let me show you the in these couple routes here. The whole situation with us driving to the warehouse because of the stream, I always thought it was curious how we would get called by boss, who presumably showed us that, you know, we would get called by boss. She would show us the live stream, and then we would drive to the warehouse. And I always thought it was weird how, well, wouldn't she, first of all, how would she have seen it first? And if she saw it first, wouldn't she have informed the police? The rest of the police? And if she informed the rest of the police, how in the world are we always the first ones on scene? You know? I think with this one it makes a bit more sense because we wake up earlier, but I don't know which direction we're driving at the start of that. But here again, I think we have another weird instance of this where Dottie says, why did it take them so long? I'm not sure if this is directly comparable to what I just described, but it makes me think that are we supposed to be, is it supposed to be suspicious that the police never seem to make progress themselves? It's always us that has to do everything. None of the officers ever find anything or advance anything. Is that just because, you know, it's a game and we have to do it, or is there something deeper behind that? Is what I'm trying to think about. Because if boss is aware of the live stream and then doesn't tell anyone, or just waits to tell us, then tells everyone else, you know, what's the deal behind that?
Perhaps a result of outside influence.
Yeah, this too. I guess this could be maybe referring to So.
Outside influence?
In any case, there is nothing of note about the bench. Examining it will not reveal any further information.
Well, what else is there?
Nothing.
But finding nothing may, in fact, be something.
How so?
What do you mean?
I was just thinking out loud. Let's get going. Date, your temperature is dropping. At this rate, they might find your body in here.
What does she mean by that? Where'd the white sheet go? Is that something else? Or is that going to be also, you hallucinated the sheet as well? Let's talk to Mama. Let's see what she says. And if there's anything about Renju. Because I am very
You
worried.
need more info on Ren? I'm sorry to waste your time, but I don't have anything for you.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
I see.
Then give me a beer.
Hey, Mama. What's with the pizza, fish, and chips?
People used to call me that on the internet all the time. Guess it's stuck.
Pizza, fish, and chips. Ah, I see. Piece of fucking shit.
Iba. Language.
This, however, appears to be a simple Italian pizza with fish and french fries.
You are, what is it? 4 years old? You need to watch your language, young lady.
You're so cold, Mama.
Hey, I'm over here. Care to watch some riveting videos with balls and holes?
Some golf?
Sorry, I don't like golf.
Hey, got it.
Hey, Date. You know what I say when I turn into a drunk devil?
Dev Ale.
How's it going?
Well, I could use a little help down there, if you know what I mean.
I do not know what she means. Perhaps you should take her up on her offer.
Absolutely not.
I find it calming.
Why is that?
Don't ask me.
You know about Renju and the Kumakura gang, right?
Yeah, I know. I heard it from his own mouth right here.
Do they have anything to do with the talent scandal at Lemniscate?
Talent scandal, you say?
Maybe now they do, since Renju is the president of Lemniscate. But even before that, Renju and the Kumakuras go way back. All the way back to high school.
Really?
Hey, Date. Have you ever seen a dead body?
My goodness, man. We just walked in. You sit down with your buddy and he asks you this. What do you say? What? I remember Renju saying that to me after he and I went through a bottle.
You're a policeman. I don't know what department, but I assume you aren't handing out traffic tickets. So, how about it?
I didn't answer. I turned the question around on him.
What about you?
Me? Well, yeah. Not just one, countless bodies.
What? It's a twist. It turns out Renju was the original Cyclops killer the whole time.
When I was in high school, I had a pretty crazy job. You know the Kumakura gang? I was hooked up to one of their phone fraud scams. I just had to go collect the money from drop points and give it to the Kumakuras. It was an easy job. Eventually, I became friends with the higher-ups. They started taking me with them on jobs.
What jobs?
The target was always an elderly person from the country with no family. Elderly folk who owned a lot of land. They live every day in loneliness and desperation. You just have to be nice to them. That's all it takes. You guys would get to know the old people and they would set up an adoption process. After that, you just have to get them really drunk. Throw them in a tub full of hot water, and they pass. Just like that. Heart attack, brain hemorrhage, or they simply go to sleep and drown. The police almost never investigated. It always looked natural, like they died of old age. So the adopted gang members would inherit the land. Then we sell it and make massive profits. I watched a lot of people get killed like that. And I've seen journalists get killed for getting too close to the truth. So Why am I telling you all this? Are you going to arrest me?
Took a sip from my glass. I didn't say anything for a while.
You didn't do it yourself, right?
No, I was always the lookout. But still... Date,
Tears fell to the counter, unending. We didn't say another word until the ice in the glass had melted to nothing. Well, that was a lot. Gonna have to process that.
I don't have anything else for you. Sorry, I'm not much help.
No, don't worry about it.
Can you come back again tonight? There's a regular here who is good friends with Ren. They should be here tonight. If you ask him, he might have some information for you.
Tonight?
Yes. I'll be waiting for you.
Okay. So Renju he not only has a screwed up personal life, but had a pretty crazy life growing up, it sounds. Let's visit Hitomi.
I apologize for yesterday. I arrived uninvited.
No, I'm grateful. Thanks to you, Mizuki has her voice back.
No, I didn't do anything.
Ma'am, have you ever seen your daughter frozen, stabbed multiple times in the back, with her right eye missing?
I've been wondering about that picture.
Iris drew it when she was 12.
That's you on the left and Iris in the middle, correct?
Yes,
And who's on the right?
the man I was dating at the time. It was only for 3 months, but
So it's 89, of course. Excuse me, Falco. So they dated for 3 months. Okay.
today's a holiday. I suppose there's never a day off for a detective. Oh, but you aren't a detective, right?
Technically, yes. But I still deal with crime.
I see. Today is a holiday.
You forgot too, didn't you?
Where's
You
Renju?
asked me that yesterday.
Where is he? There's no point about it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
Right from the hospital? I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Well, thanks for nothing, I guess.
I've put Iris through so much. I was 19 and single when she was born. People didn't take kindly to that, but Iris was such a fighter. She always protected me. I remember, one time at the nursery, some of the other mothers were talking about me. Iris ran up to them and said, "Don't talk about my mommy." I'm supposed to be the mother, but it's Iris who's always protecting me. They died when I was 17.
Oh my goodness.
I was an orphan, and my relatives lived far away. They might have taken me in, but I was already in my second to last year of high school. It wasn't a good idea for me to move that late. So I decided to stay here, by myself.
Take care of Iris.
Yes, all alone. But Renju would help sometimes.
And who
It
was the
always
father?
just me and her.
Who was the father? Was it So Sajima? Tell me.
Vacations, barbecues, zoos, amusement parks. Just me and her. Oh, that reminds me. When Iris was 5, There was a children's theater show in Bloom Park. It was called Milky Moon. It was about girls as magical space rangers and such. She loved singing and dancing, even as a kid. Whenever she heard music, her body would start moving. It was a quirk of hers, and she did it at the show, too, toward the end. When all the Milky Moon girls were dancing to the ending song, Iris climbed up onto the stage and danced with them. I tried to stop her, of course. I grabbed her arm and tried to get her to sit. Before I knew it, she was up there, dancing. And everyone was so excited. Even I was dancing by the end of it. When it was over, she had the biggest smile on her face. Mama, you're a good dancer. That's the kind of girl she was. Whenever she sees someone playing music on the street, she'll run up and join them, right then and there. Music at the train station, the crosswalk beeping, even at convenience stores. When their little chime played, she would start dancing. It almost got her into trouble once. She was on the jungle gym and a truck drove by. It was playing loud music out the windows. She climbed up to the top and started dancing.
On the truck?
But she lost her balance and fell. She fractured her leg pretty badly. It was on a Sunday, and it was hard to find an open emergency care. I was carrying her on my back, running and running through town. I could still hear her crying. Will I still be able to dance, Mommy? Can I still dance? She cried and cried into my shoulder. It was the only time she ever cried so much. No, that's not true. There was one other time.
What was the other time?
6 years ago. I was the victim of a shooting.
I see, yes.
After the surgery, Iris came in running. And she was sobbing.
Mommy, don't die! Don't die! Please don't die, Mommy! Don't die!
I swore to myself then I would protect her, no matter what. Iris is everything to me, more important than my own life.
Iris must really enjoy dancing,
Apparently, yes.
Yeah.
though her drawing skills could use some work.
Drawing skills?
Look at the drawing on the wall.
I met him about 6 years ago. Have you been to the Ikume Shrine in the Minato district? I was praying there one day, and I heard a voice. Well, more like a groan. Behind the shrine, I saw a man sitting on the ground. He was bleeding badly from his stomach.
Wait, Ikume Shrine? Is that the one Mizuki and Date go to? That was the one 89 went to? Wow. Small world,
I
right?
took out my phone to call an ambulance, but he grabbed my wrist, and he held me, and then he kissed me. I was shocked, but when I stared into his eyes,
Oh. Ruthless murderer. So dreamy.
then I heard footsteps, and then a bunch of men yelling. They were looking for him. When the voices and footsteps faded, he let me go. Don't call an ambulance, and don't call the cops. I knew he had to be a criminal, so I took him to an underground clinic I knew.
You know an underground clinic?
You took him to a mob doctor?
How do you know that?
Renju's friend. I only met him once.
Oh, I see.
Even though we had our first kiss seconds after meeting each other, it took a long time before I got to see him again. The first time we held hands was when we watched a horror movie together. The first time I took his arm was when we went to a haunted house in an
Man.
amusement park.
Date, there's something about you. She just wants to spill her guts. She wants to say everything.
But I wasn't the one who grabbed him. A zombie jumped out and scared us, and he clung onto my arm. He had that cute side to him, and I was falling in love. Our second kiss was in the car. It's cliche, I know, but we drove around at night, looking at all the lights. We parked our car near a warehouse, and kissed. I don't think we ever said I love you.
What, that warehouse? The Okiura? This is weird, man. Everything is so weirdly connected to
We
everything.
both knew. We were getting closer and closer. I introduced him to Iris about a month after I first met
Little
him.
Iris. She has a cat character.
Iris never had a father figure in her life before. She warmed up to him immediately and treated him like a real dad. From then on, it was always the three of us together. We would go to the beach, to the river, the zoo, the amusement park.
Sounds like a good 3 months.
Going to barbecues with another person was a new experience for me and Iris. Everything felt so fresh. Every day was so exciting.
So would you say you didn't do all this with whoever Iris's dad was?
Oh, sorry. You asked about the picture. He wanted to make okonomiyaki one day. He was working with the hot plate. It was ridiculous. He was trying to flip one, and it flew up in the air and landed right on my head. Iris saw the whole thing and laughed and laughed. I hadn't seen her laugh like that in a long time. I was having so much fun that I put an okonomiyaki on their heads too. Plop, plop. I added the bonito flakes and mayo, and at this point, there was no going back. Eggs flew, flour going everywhere. The room was not a pretty sight. After our battle, we laughed like crazy. We were rolling around on the floor. So Iris decided to draw it. It's nostalgic. But those days didn't last. 6 years ago, in November, a man with a gun broke into our house. Fortunately, Iris wasn't home at the time, but my boyfriend was. That's why the gunman came. He wanted to kill him.
I mean, that's what we saw in the Somnium. But word is that Rohan wanted him to kill you and Iris. So what's the deal there, huh?
He wanted to kill him and he would never stop. He pulled the trigger.
Oh, but he did stop, because Boss told him to stop.
I tried to protect him. The bullet hit me, but the police arrived.
Oh, I guess that's what you mean by police. You mean Boss.
They were both arrested and incarcerated.
Why was he after your boyfriend?
Before he met me, he committed some terrible crime.
Crimes. It should be plural.
I don't know the details, but it was awful. So he became a target for underworld criminals. I don't know exactly why, but I know that he betrayed them in some way.
May I ask you something?
Of course.
I had heard that that incident was a random break-in gone wrong.
Oh. That's not true. I lied about it at the time, because of Mizuki. Mizuki is Iris's friend. If she found out, Iris would find out too. I didn't want Iris to know.
Know what?
That I was dating a criminal who was her father figure. Iris looked up to him. If she found out about his past.
Drawing on the wall. Yeah. Well, okay. A lot of
Johnson,
recap.
We can't spend time reminiscing. We have to get moving.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. Nice seeing you, Hitomi. Gotta book it. Gotta figure out if your daughter is the murderer. The new Cyclops killer. Let's see. So or Iris? Let's go annoy So.
So Sajima is a key person of interest in this case.
Wait, did I... Did I skip something? I did skip something. Let's do that first. Yeah, I don't want to miss anything.
I am so aggro right now.
Oh, are you? Are you so aggro right now? That's just terrible.
Who says that?
Her, apparently. You can never tell with kids these days. They get new words like it's nothing. It's like they're speaking another language. I don't even know.
Why are you angry?
You backed out on your Shovel Forge promise.
Well, if I recall, Iris, it wasn't a specific promise for Shovel Forge.
I didn't make any promises.
You promised me a date, though.
I did go to your house.
2 minutes before midnight, and you didn't even take me anywhere.
Yeah, because we only had 2 minutes.
We could have gone somewhere. Iturup, Kunashir, Shikotan, Habomai?
Absolutely not.
I don't know any of those things.
Then you should have come earlier.
Well,
Look, Iris, you were dead earlier. There wasn't much he could do.
Like it? It's called Fisherman Shagging a Common Dandy.
Wow, that's the best name yet.
Date, look!
Let's see. What insect haven't they said yet? Grasshopper.
It's a Terraphylla camellifolia.
Wow.
Look!
I don't know what that is.
Yay! Yeah, go Terraphylla camellifolia!
Yes, she does.
I should lose some weight.
I didn't say so fat.
What? No high stool joke?
That's a high table.
Date, I don't understand. You want me to say hi to this table?
That's not what I said.
Bring that one home for later. Okay.
It's Shinsen Chatran.
God bless you. What?
Who's that?
Shinsen Chatran. Shinsen Chatran's video is playing. Fantastic. Wonderful. You will tell me where Enjo is.
I want to too. We've been looking for him. We've been getting so many calls, it's hard to keep up with.
Alright, but surely you could tell me at least your measurements.
I'm 5'4".
Oh.
That is clearly not what you meant.
Well, it is a measurement, so she got us there.
Why?
Well, because it may lead to something in the future.
I don't know.
Date, we're on an investigation.
Just let me have this.
That's enough. I'll come right out of your eye socket if you don't stop.
Do it, I dare you.
I'm serious. I'm going to pop out.
I don't believe you, Iba. Iba flew out of my left eye socket and started dancing on the desk. The receptionist immediately fainted. Iris saw the whole thing and also fainted. And so my story... Why would that end, though? Why? No. But I couldn't let that happen, so I decided not to ask her for information. I see. There we go.
Well, I like guys that like New Guinea fruit bats and yellow spotted neck turtles.
I cannot even picture that.
Look, Iba, she has a type. Wow, that's not misleading at all. Sure, go ahead.
Iris, promise you won't laugh. But I saw something at the cold storage warehouse last night.
What?
Your dead body. I told you not to laugh.
But, come on, Date. I'm alive. I'm right here.
Yeah, but you said you were gonna die. What was all that about, huh?
Look, I can jump around. Woohoo!
But you didn't jump.
Stop, I'm serious. In my dream, I saved you from being killed. And here you are, which is why I was like that when I went to your house yesterday. Sorry, there's no point in telling you all this.
No, it's fine. Sorry for laughing. I just didn't know what was up with you.
Huh?
I believe you, Date. Maybe you were in a parallel world or something.
Another bizarre explanation.
Where's Renju?
What about him?
I don't need to hide it. I told her about Renju's disappearance.
A traffic accident? I'm worried.
Any idea where he could have gone?
I'm sorry, no.
Why was your phone off yesterday? Tell me.
I know you were mad about our date, but why was your phone off? I couldn't get a hold of you. Last night around 2 a.m., someone visited you. Who was it? And you left the house as well. Where did you go?
You really want to know?
Yes.
And you'd do anything for the answer.
Yes.
All right then. Shovel Forge.
No.
Then go on a date with me.
Again, no.
But you owe me for yesterday.
I told you I couldn't get a hold of you.
Objection. Even if you did get a hold of me, you didn't want to see me anyway, right? Until you fulfill your promise, I won't tell you anything. Off?
Yeah, from school.
Oh, yeah. It's a holiday. So I decided to come to Lemniscate. We're going to do a recording for a show soon.
Did you know Sosejima?
I've seen him on TV.
Is he your dad? Please, I need to know.
Ever met him?
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
You liar. How dare you lie to me?
So, what are we doing?
What do you mean?
For our date, of course.
What? I get a choice? Oh my goodness. I don't. This is too much. This is too heavy for me. This is too much responsibility. I need to save. Do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Fine.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yay! So you'll play Shovel Forge with me?
I will not.
So we'll go on a date then.
Yes.
Look, just take her on the date and then drop her off with Moma. There we go. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Deal. And you have to honor our agreement this time.
I can't believe it.
Oh, but we can't go right away. I have a recording coming up. I should be done by 3, though.
Tessa, we're starting soon.
Got it! So, Date, meet me back here at 3? If you ditch me, I will be beyond furious.
Yes, but will you be dead?
Anyway, bye for now. Peace!
Iris smiled, strolled over to the studio.
There is no point remaining here. Let's get moving.
Okay, let's go. Watch, that'll have a huge effect. It dictates what ending we get. There's a whole 2 halves of the
Sosejima
game.
is a key person of interest in this case.
Okay, let's see.
Earlier, the boss cited 3 points of suspicion against him, and I agree with her assessment.
1 second. Okay.
I checked the call logs of So's phones. Congressman Sejima has 1 phone under his name, and a burner phone rented under a fake name.
Did you
the
find
fake
anything
name?
interesting?
Unfortunately, no.
Really?
Is the fake name Regima?
But I do have something. I looked into So's secretary's phone. 1 call in particular stood out to me.
Huh?
It was 1 week ago, from Fuchu Prison.
My. The tangled web tangles further.
The caller identified themselves as inmate number 89.
Number 89.
Yes.
You son of a gun. You were trying to make a deal with us at the same time talking to So? Were you two-timing us, 89?
This is most likely the same person who called HQ.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
Wait, does he know that because So told him? Could that be it? Man, I am beyond curious. I want to get... when this is
When you
over...
crash, the first thing you hit is the dash.
Oh, clever.
Interesting.
I just want to see... I want to see it like visualized, you know? Like I have all the characters. What are they called? They make these, what are they, relation charts or something, where they put all the different people and then they put lines to everyone, and like sometimes they color code the lines, but it says like, you know, relative, friend, enemy. I want to see that for this game and all the different characters, because I feel like it would be very complex for this.
This box is where you keep your doves.
It's not a dove box.
Date, this reminds me of Egyptian mythology.
Oh, does it?
Hathor, the mother of Ra. The mirror was one of her sacred symbols.
Wasn't she a cow or something?
Also, that was very rude, Date. You shouldn't call women cows. Who is number 89?
From what I can determine, he is an assassin. He accepts jobs from the criminal underworld for substantial rewards. His code name is Falco.
Oh wow, we don't even have to interrogate him this time.
Falco?
Correct.
Oh snap. Date knew Falco.
Unknown.
But we don't know when and how.
You don't know?
He is not registered in any databases. He could be a foreigner or recent immigrant, but it would be impossible to determine from where.
Probably Burkina Faso.
However, I did not detect any accent in his speech. I believe we can conclude that he grew up in Japan. Murder. He is serving a life sentence for multiple counts. He was imprisoned 6 years ago.
6 years ago?
So, the most important question, what's the relationship between So and number 89? Tell me.
Unknown. You would have to ask Mr. Sajima for that information.
Number 89 said he knew who killed Shoko.
Look, Iva, can't we do the change your voice over the phone trick again? I feel like that would be very useful. Why don't you you obviously have the message from 89, just use his voice and call So and get him to talk about whatever they talked about. That's all we gotta do.
He did, but that may be a lie.
Does he have any connections to the Cyclops serial killings?
Unknown. In all honesty, I have no idea.
Number 89.
Should we visit Fuchu Prison?
No, we don't have time. Call up boss. Tell her to request that number 89 be brought to Abyss.
Oh, we're doing it again, huh?
Roger.
We're still gonna go annoy Sosejima, right? Yeah, let's go annoy him.
I heard there was no body found at the cold storage warehouse. Isn't your investigation over?
Look, Dad, we have... It's still complex, you know? And you're not off the hook.
Iva, look. A merman.
So is a wealthy politician. It is no surprise to me that he has a merman. Wait, a merman?
Oh, hey everybody! I'm a merman.
Oh, nice to meet you, merman. Very wealthy indeed.
Speaking of gardens, what kind do you prefer?
I like a well-manicured lawn. But some bushes aren't bad either.
Ha.
I mean, what?
Very funny. Where's your bodyguards? You're just comfortable being alone with me? Why were you at the warehouse?
I told you I will not answer that question.
And why not? We didn't find anything there. There's nothing to hide.
It appears that he will not respond.
Unless you were blackmailed and told to be there. Right? Why'd you call Shoko?
You are beginning to irritate me.
What did you want to talk to her about? What is the private matter you mentioned? What is your relationship with her?
I'll answer your questions when you present a warrant.
About Iris.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know that girl. I've never seen her before.
Date.
I knew he was lying. This proves it.
I am having difficulty determining his motive for lying. After all, Iris was not killed.
But he does know her. He knows her very well.
Maybe he's got a secret with her he doesn't want us knowing.
Yes, it's his daughter. I know it.
What are you hiding so?
I haven't seen anything that says my theory's wrong yet, so I'm going with it. What about 89?
89? Who is that?
An inmate at Fuchu prison. He used to go by Falco. He was an assassin.
Odd, finding such a person in Japan. What about him?
About a week ago, he called your secretary.
I don't know anything about that. He was probably calling for a pardon or some such nonsense. My secretary probably decided it wasn't worth my attention.
Oh, how convenient.
If you need information, you can ask her. I can't help you.
Well, let's see here.
Haven't you people got enough? I'm very busy. Excuse me.
Look, man, you're probably gonna end up dead in a vase not too far in the future, so whatever. You can smirk and think you've got one over on us all you want.
Oh, actually, I do have one more thing to tell you. To be honest, Kaname Date, I don't like you.
Ooh.
I don't ever want to see you again.
Ooh.
So I suggest that you don't show your face here anymore. It's what's best for both of us. Understand?
So walked away sternly.
Who does this guy think he is?
Your father.
Date, your blood pressure is skyrocketing. Any higher could kill you.
Really? Are you serious, Aiba, or are you just saying that?
Relax, Date. We still have much to do.
I know.
I guess we're gonna go talk to 89. Okay, let's see. Yep, alright. We will save our discussion with number 89 for next time. I hope it's not just a recap of everything we did before. And I guess it'd be weird to have a Somnium with the same person twice, right? So, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm... We know about his connection to So now, so maybe we'll go in at that angle. So, should be interesting. Learned a bit about Renju, and he had a much more checkered past than I think I realized. All in all, just another info gathering episode without much happening. So next time, I'm sure stuff will happen. So I hope to see you then. Have a good day or have a good night.